Okay, and now we are up to the top section. So this is where we're going to do more of a herringbone application. The herringbone application is literally like the bones of a herring fish. So you'll think of a line down with diagonal or arrow-like pieces going out of it. The herringbone helps to create the most natural end result. It's also really great because no matter where they part their hair, they're always going to have highlights. So it gives you maximum impact, but with the most natural end result. So you can ask them where they like to part their hair, but the beauty of the herringbone is you can literally just go down the middle part line because you're going to cover both sides, and then wherever it's parted, you'll have coverage. There won't be any dark spots. So just like the hairline around here, your first couple of sections, you want to do more of a baby light, and you want to make sure that you're covering the entire section. So mannequin heads have a little bit of a funny hairline, but just like with a mannequin head or a client, you want to make sure that you're getting as close to the hairline as possible, because this is going to also be one of your most important parts, because when they have their hair pulled back, again, they're going to notice what's going on their entire hairline. So you want to take it at a little bit of an angle. If it takes you a couple of sections to get that hairline in, that's what you need to do to make sure that it stays natural. So again, a baby light around the hairline for the most natural end result. You're using your part line as an anchor line where you always come back and start your section. Because like the bones of a herring, you have the spine, and then you're going to be taking vertical or arrow-looking sections backwards. So as you can see, when I'm taking my section, it's at a slight angle. The anchor point is your part line, and coming at an angle is what is going to make your end result look the most natural, but it also will cover the most amount of hair. Rule of thumb when it comes to your sectioning, diagonals or verticals are always going to look more natural. Horizontals are always going to give you more of a maximum impact and be a little bit more noticeable. You want to make sure when you're getting to the point where your section meets up with an already placed foil, that you're not taking your weave all the way to the point of the foil that was before it. Because if you take your weave all the way, it's going to end up connecting whatever's in that foil to that section. So sometimes that could result in a big patch of blonde that maybe you weren't hoping to have had. So a good rule of thumb, if you are coming up to a previously placed foil, maybe just leave a hair or two out to act as a buffer. And then just like your sides, your last section should be just a little tiny top of a triangle. The top of your triangle should only consist of a few hairs, and I like to leave it out and not highlight it because, again, it helps to create a section or a buffer between what happened in the back foils versus the top foils, again, so that the two do not connect and create a big circle of color or a big chunk highlight that maybe I wasn't intending to have. Again, hand on the top of the head like this. Gently fold your foils back so that your client doesn't feel like they're a horse with blinders on. So by the end of it, this is what your classic long hair foils should look like. Just to recap, we took a slight diagonal up the sides. Once we hit where the hair splits or the crown, we went up horizontally. On the sides, being very mindful of the hairline, you work up at a diagonal on both sides, and then the top is a herringbone. As you can see, the part line goes straight back and then is taken at an angle all the way backwards to ensure that you get maximum coverage, but the most natural end result, no matter where they part their hair. Thank you and have a good day.